Hello and welcome to video 17. Just before we get off of the power-ups, what I'm going to do is create I guess a matrix of spawn points that we can use to sort of randomize the location of our spawner here. So let's just, first off, our power-up, let's make that a prefab because we'll have to use that again and again. And then what we'll do is we'll create an empty. So I'm just going to create an empty here. Create empty, and we'll center that. I guess reset would be fine, but reset position. Let's off over there. That's okay. Spawn points, and I'm just going to create a series of spawn points here. So the idea is I'm just going to create an object. I guess just 3D object. I'm just going to put a sphere in for the moment, just so that we can kind of see it. That's okay. I'm just going to make sure it's just off the ground, so maybe 0.5. And we can just sort of randomly place these. So I'm probably just going to go to a top-down view and just sort of randomly locate these in our game. So Control D, just bring them around. I guess I should have called them spawn points. That would have been easier. Oops. Whatever. Okay, so just put a few down. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to throw those all into those spawn points. We're going to turn those off in terms of their visibility in a second here, but that way we just know where they are. And then we're just going to jump back into the code here, and so and basically, right, sort of with our delay here, instead of it just reappearing, we want to sort of just have it appear. So first thing though, we'll need is sort of like basically the spawn points. We need to know the location of the spawn points. So I think I'll make that a serialized field again, and we'll make that a transform. But whoops, transform. But we'll make that a list, okay? And we'll call those spawn points. Right. So we've got a series of spawn points here. And then what we're going to do basically is when we re-enable it, right? So just down under here. Okay, so after the cooldown, what we want to do is reposition it. So the first thing that we have to do is we're going to get a random value, so an index value. So from that list is from 0 to whatever, however many points we've got. We need the computer to randomly pick one of those spots. So we're going to use the Unity engine dot random. So we're going to use the random dot range. Should just be range there. There we go. And we're going to go from 0, which would be the first point, up to the spawn points dot length. And so that will take however many we've got there. And then what we'll do is transform dot position. So we're going to set the position based on that. So will be the spawn point. Spawn. I can spell it right. I was just wondering why that wasn't showing up. So the spawn points will take the random index. So it picks one of those based on this number here. And then we set that to the position. Whoops, random index. Finish that up. Dot position. So now, theoretically, it should randomly spawn into a different location after each time it cools down, and then it's ready to respawn again. So let's take a look at this. Make sure we save it. The only thing we have to do, I think, in Unity here is place all of these. So yeah, so looking good. So we just need to find the power up here. And then on our power up script, we've got our spawn points. The list is empty. Let me just take these first. So I'm going to take those guys. I'm just going to hide the mesh renderer, and I guess the sphere color, because we don't need that. The spawn point, so that's just gone now. That's fine because we don't need those. The other thing we need to do is place those. So we've got our power up. One thing I found that was kind of interesting. Let's see, spawn points. I want to just drag these in. I think I can. Saw that you could lock this so that it stays on here. I'm going to grab these guys. Let's just see if this works. Boom, there we go. So it put all of those in, sphere 1 to 0 to 7, there we go. So that was a neat little trick. If you lock this, then you don't have to worry if you click on something else. It doesn't hide that, that inspector for that object that you originally got. So now the power-ups, right, I've got all those spots. So let's just take a look at it here. The cooldown is, let's just make this a little quicker, 2 and 5, and take a look here. So it should, once I take out the first one, so 1, 2, let's, oh, I shouldn't go into maximize on play here. Let's just see if I can turn that off. I won't be able to find it easy. Let me just turn this off. Try it again, because I want to be able to go back to the game here. Okay, so there we are. Okay, so it disappears. And let's just see in the scene here. Does it come back? Oh, I think it's over there, right? Nope, that's the light. Oh, there it is. There it is there. So, yep, it is here, right? So if I go back to the game, run away from all these zombies, there it is there. And then it disappears again, and then 5 seconds later, it will randomly appear. Perfect. That is working. All right, now that those power-ups are done, what we want to do is put some text in here. We want to keep track of the score. How many zombies or mummies have we killed? So to do that, what we're going to do is bring in some of the UI, and we're going to use the Text Mesh Pro. Now, I've already brought mine in, so you might have a little thing that says, you know, import Text Mesh Pro, and then also import the, I think it says like extras and examples. Bring that in as well, because it includes some fonts, and we'll use some of the fonts there. So once you've got that, you should have the canvas and the Text Mesh Pro TMP, and we'll just change this to score text. And we're going to put that score text in sort of the top right here. So the game, we've got it right here at the moment. We're going to move it to the top right. So just with our anchor, Control Alt and Shift, put it into there. So I think, let me just make sure in the game, there it is there. That looks good. And what we'll do here is we'll set this to 0 because it's just going to be a number. So that will give us there. And I think we can play around with the fonts. So let me just check here, font asset. And I think this electronic highway gives it sort of a digital look. And what else should we do here? You can change the color. I'm going to go for sort of a green inside. I think that's vertex color. Oh, I gotta change this. I always want to change the outside here. Okay, so there it is there. And we'll give it a bit of a There is a outline as well. Just trying to find that. Oh, there's the outline. And so we'll turn that outline on and we'll set that to sort of just a white. And then you have to change the thickness. So something like that. We'll see. I just need to make this a little bit bigger. So obviously you can change the font, you know, probably 100 or something like that. Nice and big. Let's just take a look what it looks. Oh, this is the game here. So we've got that outline and we've got the color inside. Again, this is just whatever you want. Don't feel that you have to follow this here. So in order to get the score system updating, we need to do a couple things. One is create a script that will control it, and then also sort of a signal that will tell, you know, the score script that the mummy has died. So let's first, actually, we'll just put it right onto the canvas here. We'll put a script right on the canvas. So I'm going to add a component. We can add a C# script. I think we can do it straight this way. C new script. There we go. And we'll call this score script, I guess. Score system, maybe? I don't know, but either way, score script, score system, same thing. And then where has it gone here? It's probably in our asset score system. So let's just drag that into our scripts and we'll open it up. Now, score system, there we are. So what we need to do, just like, well, actually, let's just do this right away. If you're using Text Mesh Pro, we need to let it know. So using Unity Engine, I think I've got this right. Unity Engine dot text TMP. Just a second here. Aha. You don't have to do Unity. TM Pro. There it is there. So using TM Pro, and so right at the start here, because we'll have to create a reference to it, so we'll do serialized field, and then this will be the data type is TMP text, so TMP underscore text, there it is, and we'll call it score text. And then I think we better keep an int. So we'll just take an int here. It doesn't need to be serialized. We shouldn't have to modify it. And we'll call it score. And what we want to do basically is have some sort of event where if the mummy died, we're going to invoke or run this code here. So first thing we should do probably is go over to the mummy, because this is where the mummy is going to die. And so what we have to do is we're going to come up to the top here. And like I said, we're going to create an event. And so this is something a little bit new. I haven't really used these before, but we'll set this to be public static, so it's available everywhere. And it's called an event. Okay, so this is an event that occurs, and it's going to be a specific, it's an action event. Action, try this again. I think that's okay. I don't know why it's not helping me. And then let's just see here. It doesn't seem to like this. We'll call it died. Now, public static event is an action died. I think we might be missing at the very top here. We might have to put in something here. Just give me one more second. Yes, so this action is not showing up because we need to using, and this is something I haven't used as well, just using system. Whoops, system. And then that should bring up action. Okay, so that's good there. So make sure you've got this using system, and then action will be fine. Now, what we want to do is when we've died. So where is that? We've got die here. We actually have to sort of get this to occur. And so we're going to invoke. So basically we do died. I think I've got this right. Died dot with a question mark. Invoke. And just a second, I might have to put a period in here. Let's just see. Died dot invoke. Just a second again. Oh, yeah, there we go. So died with a question mark, and then we invoke. And so this will give a signal to whoever is sort of listening. And so let's go back. So save this up. Go back to the score system. And so here, what we need to do is if so, like I said, we're sort of listening for the signal, right? The event to occur. So if we've got basically put if mummy died, then we're going to run something. So we do a plus equals, which is a little bit different. And then we're going to create a function called mummy died. Okay, so we're going to run that. Now we have to create that. So I'll just change this. So void mummy died. I think that's okay. Good. So this is sort of the action that's going to be called. And then I guess we should get rid of this update thing here. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to increase the score. And then we're going to set that score text. So score text, right? So score, let's get this done before the end here. Score text dot text, or sorry, set text. It's different here. So set text. And we have to set that to the score dot toString. Good. So just like before, we've done that one before. So that should get it to work. Let's just see quickly here. And we have to make sure that the score text is on the canvas, that's set up. So the score text, let's just see. 30 seconds, let's kill this guy. 1, 2, 3. There, it's gone up. Okay, so every time that we're killing one, we should get the score to go up. Perfect. All right, well, we'll do a little bit more. We'll set up a high score in the next video.